Uh-oh, just me. I'm sorry. Okay, so I haven't been live in I think about a week or so. It's been a little while. Uh-oh. I haven't been live in I think about Let me turn that down. Because I really haven't had anything to say. If you guys don't know, I make the connections and the friendships that I make on here. I cherish them, and I treat them like a friendship. And if you don't know, my good friend Nicole from YouTube and we went down to San Francisco, and we drove down to Modesto to surprise our friend Iris. And her friend Lewis helped us coordinate that trip. Hey, Auntie Dave. Hey, True Tim. And we had a really good time. And hey, German lady. And during that trip, I mean, I can't even listen. These are real. I connect with real people on here. That's what I consider YouTube. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's not real life. It's just YouTube." It is to me. I make real connections, and I have beautiful, beautiful friends on here. And then there's some people that you come across that you're like, "Oh, I thought that we were friends. Maybe we're not." And let me tell you that during that trip, hey Jason, hey Aussie True Crime, hey Julia, hey Jeannie, during that trip, I took pictures, okay, of my good friends. Hey Ash274, I couldn't even go on a trip and post my flight home on video without some asshole troll putting a false privacy strike on the pictures that I posted of all four of my great friends, Jet's mom, Lewis, Iris, and Nicole. And so, I mean, when you get emails like that and you're on vacation, like posting something positive, it's shitty. You're like, oh my God, I can't even do that. So I'm here to address BX, and BX, I will put the link in the chat for you because I would love to talk to you peacefully, because BX Beastboy seems to have this mindset of putting himself on a pedestal, thinking that I need his approval, that I care anything to look in his direction except for when I see my face on his channel. So let me just say I had no idea who BX was before he started talking about me and never spoke to me. So this guy's like, oh, Robbie, why does he want me to like him so bad? Listen, you're giving yourself way too much credit. I didn't know you. It is very clear if you look at your channel and you look at mine, who's interested in who. That would be you being interested in me. So when that was brought to my attention, because you obsessively tag me, talk about me, use my content, talk about my struggles, talk about my looks and all that sort of stuff, I messaged you. And I said, hey, I noticed you have a problem. Let's talk about it. Because that's what I want to do when there is some sort of issue. I want to fix it. You, BX, seem to think that, oh, he reached out to me, but he's false striking my channel. Listen, when I see that you do not want to resolve a problem and you are using me to make money on your channel and my content, that is why I put copyright strikes on your channel and you falsely retracted them. Okay. And I'm learning to let that go because that's just something that you do, because I am just a part of a contributing factor to your channel to make money. That is the only reason I reached out to you, is to talk about it and work it out. But I realized shortly after your pathetic response was that you don't want to resolve anything. Not only are you not a man, but you don't want to resolve it because that would take away from, you have some sort of writer's block. You don't know what else to talk about unless you're talking about Trisha Paytas, unless you're talking about me, unless you're talking about Molly, unless you're talking about Laura, unless you're talking about all these other people. So I'm going to respond to what I watched tonight, because I did watch it, and I'd like for you to gather around. No, no chance, no, no, dance. Okay, so let me get the Molly Golightly part out of the way. Molly Golightly is somebody who I consider a friend, but what I don't appreciate is seeing multiple times over and over Molly downplaying her relationship or her friendship to me, which she's done on multiple occasions. I don't appreciate that. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that at that. That's really all I have to say about that. When I'm friends with somebody, I don't, when somebody asks me and I'm on their panel, oh, are you friends with Molly? Oh, well, I met her in Denver. That's what she did tonight on his panel. So if that's who I am to you, we just met in Denver. Sure, we'll leave it at that. We just met in Denver. That's it. We'll leave it at that. As far as BX, I am extremely confident in myself. I'm extremely confident in my body. I'm sure maybe you stalk me on Facebook, but I post progress pictures of me in my underwear consistently, which, by the way, to anybody that has a problem with that, you can go fuck yourself. Because I'm proud of my progress. The problem is when people see you making progress on something, I don't know why somebody would want to do this, even if you hate somebody, but they want to draw you back. No, don't do that. Don't be happy and confident in yourself. No, I am. So BX, trust me, I have no problem with you talking about me and obsessively using this beautiful face right here on your channel instead of using your own face. You don't use your own face most of the time. Use mine or anybody else's. And that's apparent. I mean, you don't need to defend yourself at that. Actions speak louder than words. I do have a problem when you contribute to somebody's struggle. And the issue that I emailed you and I said, look, if you have a problem with me, let's talk about it. Because when you bring up somebody's struggle and somebody's sobriety, which you make a joke about, you make a joke about Laura making candles for me and them being scented as beer and stuff. Let me ask you, BX, why would you want to contribute to somebody's struggle? You can talk about my hairline all day. You can talk about my body all day if you want to. You can talk about anything you want. I do have a problem with you talking about someone's struggle. Because not only are you talking about my struggle, you're talking about everybody else that on my platform, we help each other. And you're putting a roadblock in that. You're trying to. So why? Why do you want to contribute on a daily basis doing that kind of stuff? That's my problem with you. And then you say, why does Robbie want me to like him so bad? Listen, bitch, I would never want to associate with somebody like yourself. I think you're trash. I think you have zero talents. You may sit there and listen. Yeah, I did see you. Oh, listen, you pick every single day you find something else you want to pick at with me. And you're desperate to get under my skin, to gaslight me, and you're desperate to get me to snap so you have more content for your channel. So then today, listen to this new song he made. It's just embarrassing. BX, I don't give a fuck what you think about my music. I wouldn't put it out there if I wasn't confident enough. And let me tell you, every single song that I wrote, produced, and made original on my album, I'm very proud of. Go ahead and make fun of all the other cover songs or whatever I do. Yeah, some of them aren't good. I don't give a fuck. I've listened to your music. It's very creative to be like, you nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. That's really creative. I could make a song like that and I can make an entire song like that within probably about maybe fucking 20 minutes and have it fucking downloaded on MP3 already. It is projecting, but here's my problem with people like that. And this is why people are like, why do you give it attention? Why do you talk about it? Well, let me tell you, BX is somebody who claims that he is against cancel culture. He will sit there and say, Robbie called someone's jobs. Listen, you don't get the full facts before you speak, BX, and that is why you are trash. I've never contacted somebody's jobs. Now, in a drunken rage, if you would do your research, I did say, I'm going to contact your jobs, or I've already done it. Do you know why, BX? Or have you not done your research? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that. Do you know that my job has been contacted multiple times and my other job? BX, do you know that? Do you know that we're against cancel culture, but you call yourself a thang gang? To me, a gang is a gang mentality. Let's gang up on people. You may not do that kind of stuff and reach out to people's jobs and stuff, but you sure as hell stir the pot, BX, and you know exactly what you're doing with that. So by creating hate groups like you do, you contribute and make other people angry at people like myself and other people on this platform so that they get mad enough to call somebody's job. So when you sit there and say, oh, he's crying again. Yeah, bitch. You people, whoever you are, have fucked. Hi, TXS Beach Bum, Texas Beach Bum. You have fucked with my real life, and that's why I have a problem with people like you. That's why I've said, hey, you have a problem. Let's fix it. And that's my problem with you, BX, is you don't. Because then if you fixed your issues, your platform is based on issues. So if you don't have beef with other people, random strangers you've never met, you would have zero fucking content. Because like you want to sit there and talk about my music, nobody listens to your fucking bullshit music either. I don't give a fuck about that. You're on this platform, in my opinion, to get a following based on drama so that people listen to your shitty music. I make music because I love it and I enjoy it and I'm proud of it when I put it out there. Whether you listen to it or not, I don't give a fuck. But I like my music. I love myself. I love the people that I meet on here. But what I don't like is when I meet fake people on here that end up turning on you and believing bullshit channels like yourself. BX, you are contributing to people stirring hatred. And you realize that, you know that. I don't have to tell you that. And you beat around the bush and you say, oh, I'm against cancel culture. And, we're here to call people out and stuff. You realize by calling people out when you don't have the full story makes you look like a fucking idiot. BX, months ago, if you would have responded to my email and said, sure, I'll talk to you, could have been squashed like that. But there's a reason you did that, because you wouldn't be able to continue to use my face, my videos, or any of that bullshit so that you can get assholes in your chat, just like yourself, to sit there and talk shit nonstop. Does that make you feel good about yourself? Love you too, Tammy. So when you sit there and you talk about me consistently and then like an idiot, you turn around and say, why is Robbie so interested in me? Have you taken a look at your channel? I am not interested in you. You are interested in me. The only thing I've ever done is turned around and said, what is your fucking problem? But you can't be man enough to talk to me to tell me what that problem is. You sit there and cry, you false striked my channel. Bitch, you use people's content on a daily basis because you have none of your own. None of your own. So I'm guessing it makes you feel good. Talk about anything else. Bring up bad stuff that I've said in the past. Just like AJ. First of all, AJ, I don't give a fuck if you brought up the worst thing I ever did in my life and put it on YouTube. You are obsessed. I don't give a fuck about you. All you do is try to find my worst moments so that you could try to get people to hate me just as much as you do because you are so fucking miserable. and you cannot stand that there might possibly be somebody that likes someone that you hate so much that on a daily basis, you have to put my face on your channel and drag me. And the number one thing you know that gets to me, and yes, it does, is when you talk about my struggles with sobriety. And then you make a joke out of it. Oh, he should get off YouTube. No, bitch. There's something called terms of service. You shouldn't be allowed on YouTube to trash somebody who gets on here who names his channel Save Robbie for a fucking reason. And that's because I have struggles, and vlogging saves Robbie. And it's assholes like you that try to interfere with that. And not only does it save me, but there's multiple people on a daily basis that email me, message me, so much to the point that my good friend Lokomai has to help me with my emails because I'm overwhelmed with them. Because there's so many fucking people that reach out and say, oh my God, you're helping me. Or they want to reach out and they want to talk and they want to get advice or whatever. So my question to you, BX, is you can talk about anything else, but why do you target somebody's struggle so much? And that goes for all of you assholes. And it's because you want to see me get triggered. Because you know that's the one thing that hurts. And it does hurt. I have no problem saying that when you talk about my sobriety struggles, it fucking hurts. But that's why you do it. But you're not a hate channel? Hey, voices, you're not a hate channel? You're not for cancel culture? So if you pushed and pushed and pushed and made fun of somebody's sobriety and they relapsed, which you guys did have a celebration, Space Monster, thank you for that. You had a celebration about my relapse the very night that I fucking relapsed. You had a celebration stream on your fucking channels. And then you turn around and say, I'm the one that's interested in you. BX, I had no idea who the fuck you were before I saw my face on your channel. You want to know why that is? Because you don't have anything else to offer or be recognized for but other people's faces. Maybe you're not confident enough in your own fucking face to just turn your camera on and talk and have a good conversation. I agree with that, Xanax Life. I was disgusted with Molly, and I did cuss her out tonight. I don't appreciate somebody downplaying. First of all, I don't appreciate somebody going on someone's panel, laughing with them, making a joke and downplaying our friendship when that channel is specifically designed to fucking attack me and talk about my sobriety non-fucking stop. I don't appreciate that, Marissa. I'm not going to sit here and drag Marissa because there's positive qualities about her, but she's done that multiple times and I'm over it. That's not what friends do. Unless you've been through addiction, don't assume you have any clue of what it's like to get clean. Going through withdrawal after withdrawal, pure torture, fuck off with that. But it's a joke, you know? It's funny to them. And they wonder, you know, they want to get me so upset to the point that I get on here and I snap so that they have more content to drag me for. But you need to take ownership for your own actions. Hey, Lady Slipper. And that's why I see you for who you are, BX. Because I didn't reach out to you because I need your approval. I didn't reach out to you because, oh my God, I can't stand that he's talking about me. I reached out to you as a human being to say, hey, you have a problem with me. Let's talk about it. And then you sit there and whine and complain and still continue to use my content, trash my sobriety and all other stuff. Oh no, I'm not going to talk to you because you did this to me. Bitch, what did you do to me first? You are the one that's interested in moi. In my personal opinion, even if you weren't talking about me and I just so happened to come across your channel, I think you are trash. You have nothing else to offer except for talking horribly about other people on a daily basis. Oh, and it's just criticism. Is it really? Or is it some deep-rooted problem and hatred and anger maybe that you have towards yourself? Thank you, Lavina. I appreciate that. And Lynn, I can agree with you on just from experience. Molly has a big heart, but I told her this tonight. Something I noticed with her is she even downplays her own beliefs. Even if she is strong in an opinion about something, I notice that if she's in a confrontation or talking to somebody, she downplays it. And I don't even care about that. But I do care if you downplay your friendship with me. Friends don't do that. So BX, hey Laura, thanks for being Laura. There you go, BX. Since you can't be man enough to speak to me privately and squash things like I gave you the opportunity months ago, there's the link so that you can come up here and just tell me, since you've never met me, how horrible I am, and we can talk it out. Because I'm not who you sit there and portray me to be on a daily basis, and I'm sick and tired of waking up on a daily basis seeing my face, and it's a complete opposite of what I see in my reflection on a daily basis, and you continue to contribute to spreading hate, and you say you're against cancel culture, but you're contributing to getting people so angry that they want to cancel somebody else out. You can't sit there and tell me, BX, that the purpose of your videos is not for cancel culture. It's very clear that you want to make people look bad, and you want to get people to not like others, to go after others, to hate them. You say, don't go into their real life or whatever, but people fucking do that. You're spreading that hatred. Of course they're going to go into people's real life. They've done it to me multiple times, and that's why I have a problem with channels like you. Because I've had it done to me multiple times, and it continues to happen. And that kind of shit would stop if people would practice their communication skills and they would actually talk things out and they would work it out. And I'm giving you that opportunity right now to do so, because you can't do it behind the scenes. You can't respond to an email peacefully. I'm trying to, Lady Slipper. I'm trying to do that, because just like I said, you are trying to contribute by attacking someone's sobriety and stuff. You're slapping everybody in the face that is struggling, and you're contributing to that struggle, and you're laughing about it. It's a joke to you, and it's content for you, but you don't think about who you're upsetting or hurting. And then when people like me, who do get hurt by that kind of shit, get offended, you sit there and say that we're crying or we're crybabies. Welcome, Julia and Suzanne. And that is one of the things that I had a problem with Molly tonight, is she specifically said, oh, because he said, Robbie's just emotional. She's like, yeah, he just wants people to like him. Listen, bitches, I don't come on here to, oh, please like me. Fuck you. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you like me or not, because I don't want fake people to like me. That's not what I come on here for. I don't care if you like me or not. That's why you can either come in or you can fucking leave. So when Molly just said, oh yeah, he's emotional, and to you, BX, to say, oh, I think Robbie's just emotional, I'm sorry, Maybe people don't find you interesting enough, BX. Maybe that's why your face isn't planted all over everybody else's channels, them talking about you. But when you see people doing that on a daily basis, you cannot sit there and tell me that you're not going to get emotional about it or have some sort of response about it. The problem is you're not interesting enough for people to make fucking videos about you. So yeah, I do get emotional about it. And I do have a problem when you talk about my struggles. And when you consistently, on a daily basis, want to make a new video every day. Oh, look at it. But you don't have the balls to actually talk to me. That is my problem with you. I don't know why she went on his panel. I have no idea. She said, oh, I was defending you. That's not what I heard. I heard somebody being very passive and downplaying my friendship. Hey, Helen. And that's why the last week, I haven't even wanted to come on. I don't have anything to talk about. I don't have anything positive in my head to want to share with anybody, because when you go on a vacation and you're sharing, that was one of the best trips I've ever taken. Some of the best people, beautiful friends that I've made here on YouTube, and they're my great friends outside of YouTube now. And to have a picture that I take with my friends and some fucking asshole tries to privacy strike it, you can't even do anything positive without people fucking attacking you. And so to the people that say, oh, just let it go, ignore it, don't talk about it. No, it fucking affects my personal life. It affects me. It's affected my jobs that you fucking contacted and all sorts of shit. So when I ask you, BX, to be a man and talk to me through an email, it's not because I'm a fan of yours. It is not because I want your approval. It is because you are a part of the problem, and I'm trying to fix that problem and be adult enough to talk to you, but you can't do that. Because then, if we fixed our problem, that would be one less piece of content on your channel for people to click on. And you don't want that. So I put the link in the chat. I'm going to do it again. And I'll do it a couple more times because I know you're always watching. And you can come up here and tell me. And that goes for the rest of you assholes. You can come up here and tell me what is your problem, and we can peacefully work it out. And you can go your way and I can go mine, because I enjoy my life. But there is a point where it gets difficult to deal with things on here. And there comes a point where it's not fun to come on here anymore. And that shouldn't happen for anybody. That shouldn't even happen for BX. Even though he makes it a point to stir up bullshit on a daily basis. Oh, what can I point out today? What can I say is the problem with Robbie today, or anybody else, or Laura, or anybody else he fucking talks about on his channels? Because he's so scared that he's going to lose one of them from talking shit and bullying people that he has to have a backup one. Make sure you subscribe to my backup channel in case I get in trouble for doing what I'm doing on this one. So yes, BX, I do have a problem when you monetize the dragging of my sobriety and use my fucking content. That is not false flagging. Your counterclaims are false with your fake addresses. Absolutely. Well, Jamie, the problem with people seeing that he's doing something wrong and they don't say anything is because they like that. Just like Monica said, he's all about drama. They like that. Some people, everybody logs onto YouTube for a different reason. Some people come on here because it's strictly their entertainment, and they're very entertained by dramatic content. But the difference between a reality show on television and the reality shit that goes on YouTube is the characters, like fucking news tubers makes, and all you people make a joke out of. We have lives outside of YouTube that you fuckers are able to fuck with. Oh, well, then why don't you log off? How about you stop being a fucking asshole? Laura, is that you? Hold on. Text me if that's you. I just want to make sure. Thanks, Debbie. Actually, hold on. I'll just do this. There we go. Just making sure, Laura. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Listen to me.
Yep.
You need to stop letting this asshole get in your head. Like I told you on the phone, he is not worth it. He has no personality. So he needs you and me and Marissa and everybody to have a personality because he has none. And even with us, he doesn't get numbers. He's not worth this aggravation. Don't watch him. Just literally don't watch him. I have people that tag me every day. You know what I do with it? I see that I'm tagged and I move on. I don't even read what they write. I don't care. You have to get to that point. If he was pulling like big numbers, if he was pulling, 10,000 on a video, great. Then I could see it getting to you, but he's not. Don't let it get to you. He gets like 500 views or 1,000 views. Who cares?
Well, no, I don't even care about his views or whatever it is.
I'm saying nobody is listening to him. Nobody's watching him.
Right. And Laura, like from when you're on YouTube and you have some random asshole talking about you, the majority of the time you can let it go, brush it off. But you remember a long time ago, the first time my job got contacted, the problem is if these people can't work things out, it's not the majority of the time, it's not them doing the dirty work, calling people's jobs, trying to go into people's real lives. What they're doing is by not resolving the problem, they're building groups on a daily basis, just getting people to hate you, getting people to hate me. And it forms masses of people because this one leader is being an asshole. Yeah, they say he's like, I'm against cancel culture, but it does affect people's real lives.
Robbie, I've had CPS called to me 3 times. I've had more done to me in this community than anybody, including truthfully Trisha. Like anybody. More has been done to me. And I'm telling you, you could still blow it off.
Right. But it's just like, the root of a problem. If you can get to the root of it, and there's been plenty of times. I even went up on BX's panel one time and he was gaslighting me, interrupting me. And so I got pissed and fucking cussed him out. And that was the wrong thing for me to do. But the thing is, if people can actually work the problem out and pull the root, then it can be fixed. And it would fix all of these problems like CPS and all this bullshit.
Yeah, but then they won't have a channel.
Exactly.
And they're not going to do it if you're the only thing they talk about. You have to be the bigger one. You have to be the one to ignore it. And believe me, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Hold on. Amy, numbers matter because it has to do with how many people are watching him. So if he gets 10,000 views a video, a lot of people are watching him. And it can affect Robbie. If like 1,000 people are watching, in a week's time, Robbie, it shouldn't affect Robbie. That's why numbers matter.
Well, and it's disappointing too. Just like, I know Marissa didn't do anything horrible tonight.
Oh, she threw me under the bus like 3 times.
Yeah.
That was blatantly obvious.
Well, do you want to clear that up? Because it had something to do with racism, didn't it?
Well, that and the Summer Wells candle, that wasn't even the Summer Wells candle. He showed a specific candle that somebody asked me to make for them. That was what that candle was. The Summer Wells candle was never for sale. Just like the Mean Girls candle was never for sale. And he kept showing one that said Tiffany Marie along the side because Jenny Hansen asked me to specifically make it for her. Then I took a picture of it. And he's convinced it had to do with him, but it had absolutely nothing to do with him. And what I do with my business has nothing to do with you, BX. So don't worry about it.
Well, and that's why also I wanted to address it publicly, because there's actual people that will log on and watch him and believe the bullshit. But what they don't see is that BX will not be man enough to face the people that he talks about. He will not. He did it with Molly,
because
but we saw how that conversation went. It was very fake.
But he didn't talk about Molly. He talked about me. He talked about you. He, from what I saw, he brought me up and you up more than he brought up Molly. So he was fishing for information. He was trying to, he showed that Summer Wells candle like 6 times. Like, really, dude? What does my business have to do with you? Nothing. So mind your own fucking business, bitch boy. I mean, for real. Has nothing to do with him. I don't worry about your business. Don't worry about mine.
To the people that follow him and are like, oh yeah, Laura's terrible, or Robbie, listen, I've given him opportunity to talk to me. So whatever fucking, like I said earlier, whatever problems he wants to talk about my looks or whatever, I don't give a fuck about that. But like I said, when he talks about my sobriety, it pisses me off. And to the other people that are like, oh, Robbie's a bitch or whatever, listen, I'm here giving him a chance to speak. Do you see him here? Guaranteed he's watching, but he will not face the people that he trashes, because that would mean a resolution, and that would mean that he would have nothing to talk about at all. So that's one of the main reasons that I wanted to come up here and say that, because again, I'm showing to the people that this is who he is. He is not what he says. Oh, I want to resolve, and we're going to clean up the YouTube streets. Why? From somebody you never fucking met that you don't like? You're the fucking trash. You're a part of the problem. Or you'd be up here squashing it and moving on with your life.
Oh my God, White Lotus is awake. She's usually passed out cold by now. She is. She's usually passed out cold.
Yeah, Jenna. And you know what? With the drug problem, that's been solved. But with the other part, it's been up and down with cigarettes and alcohol through the last few months. And that's something I can work through. And Laura, you were saying earlier, just I'm a problem to myself. But I want the people to know that when you go in, and this goes for you too, Marissa, when you go in and you support a channel that is, even if somebody's not your friend, that's trashing somebody for their struggle, fuck talking about their looks or whatever, like that's petty shit. But when you're talking about somebody's struggle, that can be damaging to somebody else, and you don't even.
What is Right Turn talking about?
Why you expect so much from your friends, then you sit on a fence. Oh, Right Turn. First of all, fences, listen, if you're good to me, I'm good to you. There's no fence. The fence shit is bullshit. I've never even seen Right Turn before. So they're probably just in here to stir bullshit.
TNM fam, it's on my website. I'm intrepidcandlecompany.com.
And you do have beer scents now, right?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes. And
so
you can get like beer.
BX, you can get a beer scented Save Robbie candle. There you go. Love you too, Kathleen. I'm going to drop the link one more time. And if he doesn't come up, I really seriously, after this, because he doesn't want to do it privately, if he continues to do his videos and you guys want to support that, go ahead. But I don't need to address it any further from this, because it just shows that he's not man enough to face somebody that he's trashing on a daily basis.
But he knows it works you up. You have to ignore him. He's a little bitch boy. Ignore him.
Right. And you know what? From this point on, I'm just going to see him as that, because seriously, if somebody gives you an opportunity to work something out and you want to continue to be passive aggressive and make your passive aggressive videos, then I mean, honestly, why would I want to work something out with somebody who's passive aggressive?
Can you drop my candle link? People saying I want to buy a Save Robbie candle.
Hold on. Or you could get a Life Perplex candle, or you can get pretty much anything, right?
I actually just ordered a bunch of pumpkin scents because everyone's like,
Ooh.
you don't have enough pumpkin scents.
But you can, like, if somebody sends you a picture, you can make a candle with any picture on it, right? Like their
Yeah.
family or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me find your candle link.
He does,
I thought I had
Brisa.
it.
You're 100% right. He comes across like holier than thou. That's why you just gotta whatever.
Well, and Laura, you know this. It's one thing if somebody like wants to say one thing about you and make a video and you're like, oh, whatever. It's like, and you know this, there's channels that every day it's something new. It's like, dude, all you're doing is like trying to find stuff that's wrong with people at this point.
Or the ones that repeat themselves over and over and over and over and over again with the same bullshit.
Yeah, for example, this whole Anne Frank, I was on a panel with RDA, which one of them was Jewish. We're making gay jokes. I'm gay. We were just having a good time saying like random jokes, right? Still to this day, and AJ, who was my friend at the time, we were talking about, we made jokes about the Anne Frank Cafe and whatever. It was out of, you know, if you have a stick up your ass and you think we're being serious, we weren't. AJ was my friend at the time, and she was defending me. She's like, Robbie's not racist, blah, blah, blah. As soon as she wasn't my friend, guess what she did? Still to this day, like 3 days ago, she posts a video of that almost 2 years ago. Robbie's a racist. I'm like, really, bitch? Because when I was your friend, I wasn't a racist. All of a sudden, I'm a racist now? It's just bullshit. There's the link to Laura's candles. Thank you, Karen.
Hey, the storm. What happened with 2 tacos? I kind of got that feeling too.
Yeah, was that live stream scheduled for tonight?
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's one of the clips they've the Anne Frank Cafe. That is AJ and everybody else's go-to clip to be like, yeah, they're really gonna hate him now because he's a racist. They've also called me a homophobe, by the way.
Why?
Because I made gay jokes before too. I've just
How can you be a homophobe? You're gay.
Exactly. And my sex life is a huge melting pot of different sizes, shapes, colors, and everything else. Like I said, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. And I'm always fucking nice to people. And yes, I've snapped. And just like you, Laura, I've cussed people out. But there's been reasons behind that shit. And I need to learn to bite my tongue a little bit more. But people need to recognize, you know, don't do shit to gaslight people. But again, there's people that are on here to be decent human beings. And then there's people that are on here to just fucking gaslight people. Yes, I'm gay. Except I'm in love with Laura.
Woohoo. Right turn. Do you say anything other than that? You keep saying the same thing over and over and over. It's weird.
Yeah, that's between Natasha and Voices. That's recent, and that's between them. We're not here to talk about that shit. I was addressing the asshole that's not going to come up here and be a man. And I'm sure, guaranteed, he's going to make a video tomorrow. But like you said, Laura, beyond this point, it is what it is. If somebody's not man enough or human enough to face you and all the problems they have with you, then fuck them. I've tried privately and I've tried publicly, and that's all I can do.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even waste your time trying to deal with it.
No, you're right.
You're never gonna be able to, how does the saying go? You're never gonna be able to fix those that don't like you.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know why people.
Oh,
and I think
control. You can't control it doesn't like you, but you can certainly control how you react to it.
Absolutely.
You know, there are times I've read stuff in Patreon that I want to go live and I want to smack the shit out of somebody. But you know what? I can't control what they think or say or do, but I can control how I react to it.
Yeah.
And that's how you got to be.
It's just another thing with, like we were talking about earlier, with self-control that I'm still need to work on. because I mean, it is pointless. And with me, like, it's not that I give a fuck what you think about me, but I care. Like, if I ever see somebody having a problem, I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. But I need to learn that there's some people out there that they're just doing it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking assholes, or they're just bitter and angry and they want somebody to take it out on. And I don't think I've registered that in life yet, because I've never, until YouTube, I've never come across people that just aren't willing to either cuss each other out and say, okay, you fuck off and I'll fuck off, or work it out. Like, YouTube as a whole, it's just fucking crazy. And you know that way more than I do, because
work it out with people that are worth working it out on. Don't waste your time trying to work it out with people that just isn't worth your time.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And it's very clear, you know, if you look through BX's channel or anybody else that just bases their channel on gossip, you know, we're the fuel for their channel. And that's just how it's going to have to be. But again, to the people that sit there and buy into the bullshit, I suggest that you look into stuff before you just are a fucking sheep. Because I don't follow anybody. And people are like, oh, you're on the fence. No, I just fucking give people the benefit of the doubt. And if you have decent qualities and you're nice, then I give you the benefit of the doubt.
Monica, what I told him earlier, and I have no problem saying this live, is Molly. She's never going to change. It's you just have to accept her the way she is or move on, because she's never going to change.
Well, and I think also Molly, maybe she downplays my feelings or my emotions because I joke like 99% of the time. But I still have feelings underneath when I'm joking and kidding around and having fun. There are still things that hurt me. And maybe she just doesn't understand that, because maybe I've always showed her my playful side. But there is a time to stop being playful and be like, okay, dude, no, what you're doing is fucking not okay. And now is that 1% of the fucking time. Yeah, Anitra.
I'm not on it as much as I used to be, though.
On what? Patreon?
No, Rachel said, just sub to your drama channel, Laura. I didn't know you had one.
I did that for a while. I made my Save Robbie rants, and I'm like, I'm going to go on here every time I want to rant. But then it just became toxic, and I'm like, I don't want to rant all the time. Because it does, Laura, doesn't it? Isn't there a point where, like, it starts affecting even your blood pressure and shit, responding to all this shit and addressing it? Like, there are some things, like right now, that I'm like, no, I'm addressing this because it has to do with somebody who I consider a friend.
But address it if it makes you feel better. Don't address it expecting it for somebody else.
No, I totally get that. Well, the storm, I just told her, you know, I need time to calm down. Hey, Dave, because when I'm angry, that's why you get those clips of me cussing people out. But people don't care. Huh, Laura? They don't care why you got angry to begin with. They just want to capture that moment and then judge you in that moment of being angry.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's not worth it. It's kind of like tonight I heard somebody repeat a comment from chat, in not Molly's. It was somebody I was listening to and I was cleaning, who said, oh, this person's never has to answer to anything, just like Perp. What? I answer to everything. I am so transparent. I might as well be made out of glass. You know, I wanted to go live so bad and address it and rip this person to shreds. But at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, she's going to, no matter what I say, she's going to think what she wants. She's going to run with this narrative. Okay, fucking run with it. I know I'm transparent, so fuck you. I ain't got to address it. You'll get to that point. And Brian, she threw me under the bus pretty hard tonight. All she had to say was, why are you asking me about Laura? Ask Laura. So, you know, but like I told Robbie, it is what it is. This is who she is. This is who she'll always be. And you just accept it. I can either be mad at her or just realize this is her and move on.
Well, I mean, when you consider somebody a friend, that's a shitty thing to accept, because then it's kind of like you're accepting, oh, I guess they're not a good friend. That's a shitty feeling, because I mean, I don't come on here to bullshit and be like, oh, you're my friend, I love you. I don't listen. If I like you, I love you. Like, there's something that I love about you, and I say I love you because I do. To me, there's different levels of love, and when it comes to friends that you talk to on a daily basis, or even on or off of YouTube, like, I don't just take that lightly and be like, oh, you know what? This channel's dragging them and attacks them, but I'm just going to go on and bullshit and laugh with them and have a good time. That's not a friend. So that is a shitty thing to have to recognize and accept, is that somebody's never going to be willing to be a good friend. That's a shitty feeling.
Hold on, right turn. What the fuck are you babbling about? Like, for real.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Like, that doesn't even make sense. Oh, no, Brian, I was talking about the Tiffany candle. Neither one of them had any clue what they were talking about, but they ran with it.
Yeah, because what was it? It was like a Tiffany candle, but they were saying it was a Summer Wells candle that you were trying to profit off.
Summer Wells candle, and it was for sale. No, it wasn't. And that picture that I used of Tiffany approved of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was Tiffany's candle. So, I mean, these people are like ridiculous. But the fact she ran with it, and neither one of them had a clue what they were talking about. And I was just like, whatever. Let her run with it. Well, and it was the one that brought it up. She should have said, if you want questions about Laura, then ask Laura. I'm not here to talk about Laura.
I mean, look, you can go wherever you want to.
Right,
I don't
turn. Nobody wants your picture on a candle. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Every single candle that has someone's picture on it, they asked for it. So shut the fuck up. You're an idiot.
Look, I don't care where people go. But Laura, like, for example, if there was somebody consistently, because I know I talk to people that maybe you don't get along with and stuff like that, and you probably do too. But if there was a channel that consistently was talking shit about you, and I know that you've had CPS called and all that horrible shit, and on a daily basis your face is popping up, I wouldn't want to go on their panel and just bullshit and sit there and laugh with them and kind of make light of the whole situation and be like, oh, Laura's emotional. Like, that would probably piss you off, right? But again, you've been doing this longer than I have, so you know how to kind of tune it out. But that pisses me off. Welcome, Tina.
See, but I've learned over the years not to let any of that kind of shit bother me. And I'll tell you why in 1 second. I got to find my phone charger. Hold on.
Well, I'm learning. So, but I mean, to me, the way I look at it is, it doesn't matter if you have a friend on YouTube, out anywhere in the world, wherever it is, like, that kind of shit, the rules shouldn't change. And it's shitty that you come to YouTube and all of a sudden it's like, I've had plenty of friends on here that all of a sudden they're like, they'll watch a hate video on me and all of a sudden they'll make an announcement that they're leaving, or I don't like Robbie anymore, all because they heard fucking gossip. And I'm like, well, fuck you too. If you're going to hate me based on gossip, then fuck you. You're not worth talking to. MGL went to a bestie hate channel. That's hurtful. Maybe she doesn't realize how. I don't think she does realize it, Courtney. But the problem is, she should. She's a life coach. She gives advice. She does that kind of shit. So you should realize that you're hurting somebody's feelings when you're doing something like that. Sorry. I don't think there's any excuse to kind of ignore somebody else's feelings like that.
Found it. I couldn't find
You'll
it.
end up really disappointed if you think people will do for you as you do for them. Not well. And look, I'm a busy person. I'm not like the best of friend. But look, when I'm loyal to you, I mean, loyalty shouldn't matter whether you're busy or not. It's kind of common sense. Brian, I do know that she loves me and I love her, but I don't appreciate that.
Okay. So I'm not going to mention names, but a couple of people, after knowing that this person threatened me in multiple ways, kept her as a mod. Really? That's my friend? You keep this girl as a mod after she fucking threatens me? Little things like that show loyalty, shows friendship, but over the years, I've learned to just blow it off. Like, I gotcha. And I just blow it off because it's YouTube. They obviously don't care. So why should I care?
Yeah.
And that's my attitude now.
Well, and I'm sure you've experienced too, like out of nowhere, you'll notice you don't see people anymore, like, you know, whether in chats or your chat, then all of a sudden you'll try to say hi to them and they'll just like say something shitty to you. Like you did. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I will say names. Nunya Biz, you can fuck right off. Like that lady, I never did anything to her. And recently she was like, don't message me. Don't. I'm like, bitch, I have no reason to message you. You were a subscriber on my channel. And it's people like that where there's levels. Like you talk to people outside of YouTube, and then there's people that you just make friends with on here, and you don't really do anything else. But it's just that's where the flip flopping comes in. People buy into gossip, and they follow the crowd, and those are the people that really you don't need to get your feelings hurt by because it's not worth it. But what I'm saying is it does hurt when you make close connections with people and then that kind of stuff happens. I mean, naturally, that's going to hurt.
He gone, you're 100% wrong, and I really don't care what you think, so carry on. And no, I never sold a Summer Wells candle. Try again.
Yeah, that's where the gossip comes in.
The Storm, when did Molly take my wrench? Oh, took 2 tacos wrench.
Oh, is that with that? Hey, Natasha, would that explain why maybe that live stream you were talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what happened between 2 tacos.
Hey, Mr. Jen. Well, and I didn't even get on here really to. That's why I said at the beginning, that's all I have to say about Marissa is I don't appreciate the non-loyal part, but it was more to publicly say, okay,
hold on. He gone. I'm going to say this one more time. It was a Tiffany Marie candle. And yes, that was approved by Tiffany. Someone asked me to put Summer Wells' picture on it. That was her own candle because Tiffany stands for Summer Wells. And if you have a problem with that, guess what, bitch? Don't buy it. Carry on with yourself. Fucking asshole.
I want that as an alarm clock. Lori says, do you think, Robbie and Laura, that when people are put in that position at that specific time that they don't want to rock the boat? My thing is, you're going to a channel that the boat has already been rocked.
Yeah, I agree with that. See, I don't care what she said about me to Beastboy because I don't watch him. I don't think about him. Just like when she, dropped the link, who the fuck is this? Like, I don't even pay attention to him. But I knew you were hurt. And then, so that hurt me because I didn't know you were hurt.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe I just need to learn how to read friendships better because, I mean, I was under the impression that you just don't go and bullshit with somebody who's dragging your friends and attacking them for their struggles pretty much daily, and then sitting there and laughing and making light of the situation and making the main problem that I have with Marissa is that she made light of my emotions and she brushed it off as, oh, Robbie just wants people to like him. Bitch, you don't know me. If you think that I want people to like me, you don't fucking know me. Because that's why I'm outspoken about my feelings and who I am, because I don't fucking like beating around the bush and dealing with fake people. And just by speaking on my emotions and you brush it off saying you're emotional, that I'm emotional, maybe that means that you need to check your fucking emotions and the way you treat people. Because if my emotions are that small that, oh, it's okay, he'll get over it. He'll get over you talking and trashing him on a daily basis. And you know what? Maybe I will. Like you said, Laura, I need a thicker skin. But it doesn't help. And it's not very polite and fucking kind when BX claims to be some channel that stands up for the truth and, you know, justice and all that. That's not justice.
He's a
when you're
bitch
doing
boy.
that.
He has no personality. No personality. That's why these channels like that need to use people with personalities, because they have none. They could not sit there and talk on their own. They could not sit there and hold an audience without using our content. That's how these channels work.
Yeah.
You know?
And like I've said, like there are certain things that do, and maybe I shouldn't be so like announce them, but I'm transparent and I talk about my issues. I listen, BX, when you talk about my looks, I'm already confident enough in my looks, but you hold me next to you and that's all I have to fucking say. I'm not worried about that. But it does piss me off when you talk about my struggles or anybody else's. It does.
I agree with that.
But I'm not concerned about what you think I look like, BX, because I've seen you. And that's all I'm going to fucking say about that. I'm going to be nice.
But Stephanie Brown, from what I saw, I didn't watch the whole thing. He went there to discuss me and Robbie. That's why he used Molly as a pawn to discuss me and Robbie.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't hear him ask her anything about herself. He said like 2 things about her. Everything else was about us.
And he was because I did listen to a lot of it. The tone in his voice, I noticed when he actually is confronted with the people like Molly that he talks shit about, he's like more, like he's not as aggressive as when he's by himself recording videos, running his mouth. And I think that's why he doesn't want to face somebody like me, because I'm not going to sit there and beat around the bush. I straight up told him in the email, what's your problem? Let's talk about it. And no, blah, 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 because you don't know what to say to somebody that's willing to be logical with you. He doesn't know how to confront that.
Maybe he's really gay and he hasn't come out yet. I'm serious. Maybe.
Well, if that's the case, he's definitely not my type.
Maybe
so he could just keep going.
Him.
I agree with that, Natasha. I completely agree with that because whether Molly watches his channel or not, she knows personally how much it has affected me. And like you said, Laura, I shouldn't let it get to me, but it has. I'm a human being, and some of the things that lots of people say on here are really fucking hurtful. Hey, AT2. Guys, I'm going to be on AT2's channel on Tuesday. He's an awesome guy. They are hurtful, and you can't, I'm sorry, but yeah, I get hurt, and I talk about it.
Hold on. She asked him to do the interview?
How do they know that?
A little bit. Can you prove that?
Thank you, Brissa. It doesn't mean being thin-skinned. Listen, there's a lot of shit that people say about me on here that I don't give a shit. But if my friends contribute and support channels that do that, it makes me question that friendship naturally. Love you too, Bridget.
So Little Bit said she watched it. I think he said she emailed him.
Well, the only reason I clicked on it is because Marissa texted you and me in a group chat, specifically said, I'm defending you guys. And now after watching it, I'm like, maybe that was just like a way of saying,
defending me at all.
No, me neither. What I heard is like brushing off, like when he said, oh, but you're friends with Robbie. And she was like, oh, well, I met him in Denver. Like that's all our relationship ever was. Fuck you too for that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think is just her.
But I can't accept that in a friendship. I'm willing to accept
Stephanie,
that.
I'm not shocked by it. That's what I told Robbie. That's Marissa. I don't care about bitch boy, so it doesn't faze me. Like, that's just her. It is what it is.
I don't think she doesn't like Laura. I agree with you, Laura, on that as far as it being just her, but I think there's a difference between blowing stuff off with people that aren't your friends than when they are, you know, because that a friendship is being loyal to each other and honest and not downplaying stuff. And yeah, somebody said earlier, maybe she didn't want to stir the pot. Then maybe she shouldn't have gone on his fucking panel.
Yeah,
Not only that, but maybe she shouldn't have downplayed my friendship with her or thrown Laura under the bus or whatever the fuck else she was doing.
But like I said, that's just Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
That's just her. I don't even think she realizes what she says.
Welcome, AT2. Well,
you know, I don't think she did it on purpose with clear conscience.
I don't either.
I think she just doesn't know what the fuck she says. Instead of just saying, why are you questioning me about Laura? Talk to Laura. That's what I would have said. If you got a problem with Marissa, talk to Marissa. Why are you questioning me about it?
Well, what made me more angry is when I called her tonight, and yeah, I wasn't being very nice, but I said, you know, you downplayed it and you said that I'm like emotional. And she said, oh, is that the worst thing anybody's ever said about you? No, it the fuck it isn't. But if you're somebody's friend, you don't say anything negative fucking about them anywhere, whether it's publicly, privately, or anything. So no, it wasn't the worst thing anybody's ever said about me, but you are supposed to be my friend, not up there with one of my main fucking antagonists online and fucking terrorists online, joking and downplaying my fucking emotions. That's what I have a problem with.
But like I said, I don't think she realizes she does it. I don't think she does it on purpose. I think she just doesn't realize she does it.
Then I suppose maybe that's how somebody doesn't keep friends, but that's not how I treat my friends. And yeah, I may get angry and call people out, but you just don't fucking do that. And then you don't sit there and say, oh, he's just being Robbie. He's emotional. Don't fucking treat me like shit and you won't see the mean side of me. But like I said before, I need to learn to just start seeing shit for what it is and just accepting it. And it's sad and it's unfortunate, but I mean, I'm going to be 40 next year. I don't have time to waste on fucking fake friendships or relationships of any sort whatsoever. No, I agree with you and Laura. Maybe she didn't realize it, but maybe she should. Maybe she should. Because that's really not an excuse. Like, oh, she doesn't see what she does. Well, I'm sorry, but people call me out on a daily basis saying I don't see how I treat people. So maybe she fucking should. Thanks, Annette.
So I just want you to know, now you have the whole quote unquote other side in here at almost 3 o'clock in the morning bashing Marissa.
Other side of what?
The other side. Amanda Lynn, breaking the silence. All Marissa haters.
Well, see, I don't want to bash her, but
that's
I am
all they're in here for. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go to bed. Not you, them.
Yeah.
Like, they're all coming in here one by one. Someone probably dropped a link in Discord saying, oh, Robbie's pissed at Marissa. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm hurt.
Now they're all coming in.
By Marissa. Yeah, I'm pissed, but I'm more hurt. And of course, BX is going to be, oh, Robbie's crying about. Well, I'm sorry, BX, that you don't know what a real fucking friendship is. But I do get offended when my friends go and support a channel like yourself who dedicates their entire life to fucking trashing me.
No, you didn't, Mandolin. Other people did. Thank you, Lori. I love you too.
Thanks, Stephanie. Well, unless anybody else has anything to contribute, I'm going to go to bed. or at least get off of here so I can watch. I think, when are you going live, Van? So I can cheer up your live. Chilling with Van. She does fun live streams I think it's tonight, isn't it, Van? They're always positive. They're never.
That's what I say.
You what? My child just saw your pic. Well, we'll just leave it at that. We'll just make him believe it's Birch box. That is incorrect, though, Lady Rebel. You listen. I just got back from a trip to San Francisco, meeting 4 of my beautiful, loyal, good friends who have been my friends on here for a while, and it was a beautiful trip. We have a beautiful friendship, and you can find good friends. I don't come here seeking friends. I make them. And there's plenty more beyond that I have on here. But so no, that's incorrect. There's a lot of people that say, oh, YouTube isn't real life. It is to me, because I'm myself on YouTube. I'm not fake. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, this isn't my real life. Well, then you're not being your authentic self on here. I am. Oh, you're singing tonight, Siren? Okay, I'll definitely tune in. No one is Bash Molly just being honest with Robbie, offering an opinion. Okay. Well, and look, this was more just so I can respond. And I told Laura, I said, I'm going to do it peacefully because I'm not going to come on here and just look. BX wants me to come on here and be crazy. It's so that he has content. And this has probably already given him content, which it always does. I could scratch my ass and it would give him content to talk about. And he'll sit there and say, Robbie does drama. Then I'll post a song and invest time in my art and stuff. Oh, his music sucks. Oh, he this. Oh, he that. Oh, he's ugly. Fuck you.
Thank you, German lady.
You are so fixated on me.
And also, let me just point this out. What people don't know, me and Robbie were talking about this privately for over an hour before he went live. Just saying.
See, there you go, Connie. It is possible. There are good people on here, and that's why it just, I don't know. I guess you're never going to clear out trolls. They're always going to exist and be a nuisance, but get the fuck out of here.
He never befriended me, Natalie.
Save it for Tuesday. Guys, I'm going to be on AT2's. We're going to have a stream together on his channel on Tuesday.
It reminds me of John Crimes.
He's really cool. He asked me to go on his channel. I think it was last week, and I've been watching his stuff. He's really positive, and I think he's had his run-ins with people. And I don't know. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'll keep it positive. AT2, as positive as I can.
You do have to keep positive. I agree with that. Remember what I told you. Don't use. Yeah, I love that Laura's top denture. I wish I had dentures. It would have been a hell of a lot cheaper than Invisaligns.
I blocked that fucker.
I do. I wish I had dentures. It would have been a lot cheaper.
It's so funny that people that never, ever turn it. Look, even on my worst day, I say it all the time. People are like, you're not a narcissist. I'm a self-proclaimed narcissist. I find myself attractive. So talking about my looks and my hairline, it's not going to fucking work because I really am attracted to myself. So I don't give a fuck. And Laura, fuck those people. Oh, and by the way, Laura, have you heard that video that AJ keeps posting consistently when I was talking shit about your candles? Remember when I was pissed at you? The whole Diane thing was going and you went on Mommy Rambling's panel and I messaged you. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. You weren't defending me, blah, blah, blah. Well, I talk shit about you. AJ replays that video over.
I don't even know who AJ is.
She's a piece of shit.
I don't even know
her entire channel is my face. That's why you don't know who she is.
No, really, I don't even know who she is. I don't watch these people. I really don't.
Nobody watches her.
Like BX is not even in like my thoughts.
Let me ask you, how did you discover his channel? Because me personally, it was seeing my face and I was like, oh, what is this? And then it happened over and over and over and over again.
I don't know who it is.
No, how did you discover BX's channel? Was it because you were
Oh,
tagged?
because he was making videos about me with Negs and Toasted, and they all got together. I was like,
Yeah.
who are these people? Like, I knew Negs, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? And I watched him once, and that was it. Never watched him again. Hey, Debbie.
I didn't know who Nigs was, and I guess he did a whole video on me. I don't even care.
He's gone now.
That was one thing. Like you say, don't click on it. I didn't even care because I saw like the more you talked about him and stuff, how he talked. I'm like, oh, who gives a shit about his opinion?
That's how I feel about all of them.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Well, I'm learning slowly
Honestly,
but
Bobby,
surely.
when people stop talking about you is when you need to worry.
Yeah. Hey, at least I give them the opportunity to address me, but clearly let it be known that from this stream that again, I've given BX not only privately but publicly the opportunity to talk, and he is a bitch. Like you said, he is a bitch boy, and he will continue running with narratives on his channel, and that's all it's gonna.
But I'm telling you, when he stops talking about you is when you need to worry.
I could do with or without. I just don't give a fuck about him. AT2 said, I think we all have a BX story. I will say I learned how to maneuver for next time. Classic move to befriend people and manipulate them. I'll be interested to talk to you about that on Tuesday on your channel, AT2. Hold on, let me drop AT2.
Ash, no, there's still plenty of people, unfortunately.
Here's AT2's channel guy, guys. You'll like his stuff. He's really positive. You know what? I never really care, like look at the likes or dislikes. It tells you a lot about a person. I watched, he had a stream, I think it was yesterday. He had like 100 likes and 0 dislikes. That right there, I know you can't go off someone's character by that, but that goes to tell you a lot. Like his community, positive. And, huh?
I've seen it. It just means he doesn't have haters yet. I've seen gamers with like 700 with 700 likes and like 3 dislikes.
Yeah, it's just I think that goes more to show like what his content is about. It's not about negativity and shit. And that, I mean, it also tells me that he doesn't really respond to the negativity, because then the trolls would come in and be like, thumbs down. Because it just tells me he's not really giving them time of day. But I don't know. You have a few haters out there?
Haters are a good thing. It means you're successful.
Well, see, obviously I've gone my whole life like growing up gay and in the closet, and then a Republican gay and all that bullshit. I mean, I have my fair share of haters and I know how to ignore them. There's some where, I mean, if you've been my friend and then all of a sudden you're dedicating channels to me and shit, then I'm going to have a problem. And I just need to learn, like you said, to brush it off. Implore people to please listen to his debates. He jumps off every single panel before any. I know, Natalie. I've heard him. And listen, when I went up on BX's panel, this was months ago, I think, to address him. I just hit the link because I saw he was live and talking shit. So I went up there and automatically he was interrupting me. And of course, with me, I just started fucking calling him names and shit. And then he keeps replaying that over and over. This is who Robbie is. Look, he cried like a baby and cussed me out on his panel. It's like, bitch, you didn't give me a chance. He's a bitch.
That's
like
what
you
they
said,
all
Laura,
do.
it's a bitch boy.
But that's what all those channels do. They take one piece of something and run with it. But God forbid you do it to them, they freak out. But they'll do
Laura,
it all day long.
Laura, okay, when you see a channel making video after video after video after video of you, and then all of a sudden you just maybe say something about it, maybe even for 2 minutes, and then they're like, look at their dragging. It's
absolutely.
Like,
happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time. That's why everybody said you can't say anything. You can't address one little piece because they will make 20 videos about it. Just ignore all of it. And that's what I've done.
Well, thank you for...
You can't address one little thing. You just have to ignore it.
Well, thank
Brian,
you,
I
Laura.
blocked them.
Thank you for talking reason into to me
You're welcome.
privately and on here. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You know, I love you, Robbie.
I love you too.
And don't let these people get to you. And when
Thank
you
you.
buying that damn grape candle that I ordered for you?
Oh, yeah, I need to do that. I want to do my perplexed candle and grape.
You can wait till I get the new scents in, because you might want a pumpkin scent.
I really want a grape to go with the purple. Unless,
Okay.
What's your favorite? Do you like lavender or purple better? Which one would suit better? Love you too, Anastasia.
I'm interested in making a grape candle. I haven't made one yet.
Oh, you haven't smelled it yet? Like in a candle?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want grape.
Before
I'm going to order it.
I have to put
Hold
it on
on.
the website. I'm gonna update it now with all the pumpkins, even though I don't have them in yet, but I could still do it from the order.
I don't know who Bombshell is, but German
Laura,
Lady's asking
get
you.
your opinion on Bombshell. I didn't watch any of the Bombshell versus Wendy. I don't watch anybody anymore. I really don't. I watch.
It's hard to keep up on your channel, huh?
No, I don't care anymore.
Well, I have a hard enough time keeping up on my emails and messages and my channel and stuff that I don't give a shit about other people's drama. Sometimes it's fun to tune into, but
I just don't care anymore. You know, like it just doesn't. It's the same old over and over and over and over and over. It's the same shit over and over and over.
I just want to say that Laura is not begging me to buy anything. I've actually purchased multiple candles from Laura, and I like them.
That person's just a hater.
Yeah,
I just blocked them, so I don't have to see their stupid ass comments.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go be in my zen, and Van, you should post your link for later so people could tune in. They have positive streams and they're fun.
Cheer up. You know,
thank you.
My number.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
Love you. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful. And actually, you know what? I'm going to play this. This is just for you, BX. This is a shitty song that I wrote for people like you. And we're going to end with this. And everyone for Van's stream, she's going to post the link. I think you're going to post the link. If not, while this song's playing, I'll post the link. So this is for you, BX. Enjoy the song because every single word is for you.
Damn. Why is it every single time I do something good for myself, there's always somebody trying to get in my way? You're just over there hating because I'm getting shit done. You waste all your time complaining, moaning, bitch, because I won. Yeah, I won, bitch. You know I run this. You lost, put me in the lead. I made the hit and you made the miss. Oops. So why you gotta hate? Get your own shit and your own life straight. You better get your shit straight. Get your own shit and your own life straight. Mind your business. You don't wanna see me mad. Don't wanna. Mind your business. You better just step on back. You don't wanna see me mad, so you better just step on back. Mind your business. You better just step on back. Damn, all I'm trying to do is live my life, and people come up to me like, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "You too." Bitch. You contradict yourself every time you run your mouth. You point out all my faults with your insults and assaults. But I'm done, bitch. Won't put up with this. Even your nose where it don't belong. Spouting out words even though you're wrong. So why you still talking? Just shut your mouth and get to walking. You better shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth and get to walking. Mind your business. You don't wanna see me mad. Don't wanna. Mind your business. You better just step on back. You don't wanna see me mad, so you better just step on back. Mind your business. You better just step on back. You better step on back. Mine. Now every time I turn around, you gotta be on my business. Yeah, you gonna think it to myself. What the hell is up with this? business. And I may be a small little guy, but you better move and I tell you why, bitch. When I get mad, it's like I don't feel anything and I just feel invincible. I don't want to be like that, but people piss me off and I'm just like, flipping tables, breaking shit on the wall, not feeling any not to get the doll. Is it terrible that I don't feel any guilt? Are you listening? Listen up right now. Really want to get these feelings out. If you really want to come at me sideways, you can hit the road and get walking down the highway. Adios, little bitch. I'm not gonna make it. Have yourself a really nice day. Don't wanna see me mad. Don't wanna. Mind your business. You better just step on back. You don't wanna see me mad, so you better just step on back. Mind your business. You better just step on back. Man, I really need to clean up my potty mouth. How many times did I cuss in this song? F it.
Okay, guys. Hopefully I will see you on Van. I posted Van's link. She's doing fun karaoke. Her and Emu have awesome streams, and they're doing a wonderful one tonight. So I will see you guys over there. Let's see, in exactly 60 minutes. And I pinned the link. Go over there. Please follow Van. She's awesome. She's all positivity. Hey, Oscar. And her and Emu are another set of wonderful people that I've met on here. German Lady loves karaoke, by the way. German Lady, it is in 60 minutes. Hold on. Let me post the link one more time. It's pinned, but let me post the link. Hold on. Here we go. Van's karaoke stream. There you go, guys. I'll see you over there in 60 minutes. I will be awake and I will stay up. Candle will be up in 20 minutes. I got to add them to. Okay, awesome, Laura. Thank you. And thank you again, Laura. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you over on Vans. Love you. Bye.
No chance. No